Hello, today I'll be playing a puzzle game called Cypher. It's all about cryptography, which I know nothing about, so this might be a bit of a doozy. Alice was beginning to get very tired of sitting by. My footsteps are very loud. As you can see, I tried making the music volume 1, but this is just a loud game. And of having nothing to do. Once or twice she had peeped into the book her sister was reading, but had no pictures or conversations in it. And what is the use of a book, thought Alice, without pictures or conversations? So she was considering in her mind, as well as she could, for the hot day made her very sleepy and stupid, whether the pleasure of making a daisy chain would be worth the trouble of getting up and picking the daisies, when suddenly a white rabbit with pink eyes ran close by her. Type hint into any console for an additional clue. Okay. It's very similar controls to Lingo, which is another puzzle game I've played, and in what is a recurring theme for me, unlisted. Or actually, no, I haven't even posted them. They're just sitting in my computer, because I actually recorded them earlier, which means they're worse. Anyways, I'm noticing some bold letters. I think they spell golden key. Goldenkey. Bam! Oh my goodness. Secret messages, military, uh, 6 chambers ahead, series of puzzles. Requiring patience and focus, and required it needs a pen and paper. I got that, got my trusty notepad. So, unfortunately, Charles Babbage sounds familiar. I'm not sure I care about these. I remember hearing about this. Dang. Anyways, I have to turn down these footsteps. There's concealment, transposition, or substitution. Am I supposed to be able to read these? Is this one concealed? I see the word shoe. Oh, why does this game have motion blur? Okay. I think we'll just do the first chamber then. It's the only one open. Steganography. Concealed writing. I don't know why it's... I guess I should just read. Hidden inside another innocuous looking message. Hope it'll pass undetected. It's weak. No special techniques. Look for unusual aspects, which I guess what I did over there with Alice, because they were bolded. Alternate ways of interpreting the message beside the obvious. Spy suspected. Colonel, here's the inventory of the camp's food stores you requested. This one seems to just be the first letters. Bam. Also, I can zoom. Okay. Once upon a midnight dreary, while I pondered, weak and weary, over many a quaint and curious volume of forgotten lore, while I nodded, nearly napping, suddenly there came a tapping, as of someone gently rapping at my chamber door. "'Tis some visitor," I muttered, tapping at my chamber door. Only this and nothing more. Okay, this one's typos, I guess, so while, so L E L-E-N. Can I? No, I have to keep it in mind. I don't feel like writing it either. Lenoe-R-E. What? Is this a word? Lenore? I don't know. A B C D E F G H I J K L M N O P Q R S T U V W X Y Z. Oh, invisible ink? Does brightness make it more visible? I don't know. I see it. Okay, and there's no spaces. It's been too long since we last spoke. However, the time of our escape is not something which one can divulge so easily, for fear of prying eyes, but we will soon be free. I feel like free and 3 is a bit of a stretch, but we move on. The fatal tablets till that instant sealed, the deathful secret to the king revealed. Okay, well, what? In plain sight? You're getting a little silly with these, but I guess I should enjoy myself while it's the easy, weak ciphers. If you can even call them ciphers, I don't know. Puzzles complete. Oh, wait, that's so kind. Am I gonna need that? They've got Morse code and binary. I actually love. I'm gonna. Not to be a nerd, but I like counting on your fingers with binary. 308, 1815, 1450. These are. So these are times, but I don't think it needs that. Do we think that if we put these on an analog clock, I'm trying to work on it with my fingers. I don't think it spells anything. And I don't really feel like changing my time. Okay, and that's what it looks like to get one wrong, I guess. I don't want to change my computer clock. So I'm not going to. And these guys have corners snipped off. Science is knowledge is power. Oh, this one's advanced. And you're telling me these aren't? Man, these were so nice. What? And I can use hint. Okay, I guess if you just solve some, you're able to move on. Which I might do. Because I don't want to be stuck. Although I guess... I will say, all of these numbers are numbers that look like letters. In like a calculator. But that might be a stretch. Man. I don't... Oh, wait. I feel like a number's looking at me. I feel like I'm seeing a 5. I'm losing it. And this one's what? N? L? Oof. Well, that was terrible. N? L? And it says advanced. Am I just gonna have to scram? I'm gonna move on. We're moving on. To transposition. Changing positions. Lots of arrangements. Okay. I don't know how I got those letters. Okay, well... Okay, so these do provide things helpful to the... So they're talking about some TH. So if I... No. can do this one. I can do this one. Maybe I can't. This one's just reflection backwards, so... Um, it's a little awkward. I fear I'm stuck. Oh, okay. Listen, it's giving me Morse. It's giving me binary. There's fives though, and that's not very binary of it. Man, these puzzles were so nice. And then we got over here. Like, I refuse to binary these. I fear I'm not cracking any codes anytime soon. And I don't really want to use hints, but... Okay, maybe the floor. Maybe the floor's got something. No. How long am I willing to... And this can't be either, I feel. Because they snip off different corners, which means it's not like two options. So I want to say this one's just like, there's a number inside. And I see a 5. Okay, what do you have to say? We're hinting it up. I'm here I'm here for a good time, not a long time. I'm stupid. I CH I don't know what 18 is, but CH something O P QRS. Right. Right. Oh, goodbye hint. H 8 equals H though. wait. Okay, okay. Maybe I need to be trying things more. Because also, chrono, that's another word for time. A little bit of... What do you have to say for yourself? How many unique symbols are there? 5? That's a lie. None of them have their bottom corner snipped. Right. I mean, I feel like I can see any number I want to. Because now I'm seeing a 4. So how many unique symbols are there? Oh, there's actually only 3. 3. Right. Because there's top right snipped, bottom left snipped, and nothing. So is there only one hint? Okay, don't do this to me. Does this rearrange into a word? Grow line. Right. This is a lie. This cryptography is so strong. No, that's all it has to say to me. How many unique symbols are there? There's 3. And since there's 3, maybe this one is Morse. And if so, which one is which? And also, actually, these are all... Okay, big squares. I'm gonna say those are spaces. And either dot 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 or dash dash dash. I'm gonna say those are dots, because why not? which would be S, then an A, SAM, dot dot dash, SAMU, SAMU, Samuel? Oh my goodness. Okay, which leads me to believe that this has to be Morse. Or I mean binary. Because I can combine this with binary to like, an N would be what? 14, so 842. Also, I'm gonna look up who invented Morse, because if it's Samuel, Samuel Morse, I'm good. I also needed a hint, but right. I guess I'll see this one's hint. Big or small? I guess that's binary. I need to be thinking outside the box. What am I doing? But do I group them into 8? How many letters are here? 9, 18, 20, 25? Or am I stupid? I think 25. 7, 14, 18, plus 9. What? 16 plus 9. There's 25 letters. But if I were to just take each word as its own thing, that would be... I mean, I'll assume uppercase is, well, I would say uppercase is 1, but then this is makes that a little weird. So I'm gonna say the big letters are 0, especially since this would be a very big number. I think. 4, 0, 1, 2, 4, 8, 16, 4, 0, 19. I need to be writing something down. Because 1, 2, 4, 8, 16, plus 3, 19, 2, then 1, 2, 4, 8, 13? I don't know. Right. Right. And it's not Morse, because they're too long. Tell me again. Assigned to one of two groups, which I'd assume would be big or small. I'm out of here. Because it could also be like, I guess, vowels, consonants? I don't know. This one's open, but I've barely peeked into that one, so... Right. Right. My Beyonce just started playing. Why would she do that on my computer? Man, there's enough E's to make me want to think the E's are the ones just being thrown around. It's not every other. And if I skip 5 to try and do that, then I get 2 H's in a row, which isn't a word, I don't think. So if I skip 4, TR, but then I feel like I'm not making words. I'm so bad. Take me back to lingo. No, those had rules. And look at all these cues. What do we think? I think playing this game was a mistake. You know, just hit me up. It's not like the hints are that helpful. Playing tech begins TH. But skipping 5. And if it's... Like, you'd think one of the first puzzles would have like a simple, just like skip however many letters or something. Or at least I would think. Incorrectly, it seems. Debna's staring at me. Just throwing hints everywhere. Try another direction. I see the word saint. I see saints. I'm not really sure what this means. Someone get me out of here. You know what? I'm just gonna go around and complete any puzzles I can. Monoalphabetic substitution. So I'm gonna assume W is there a way for me to fill it in myself? Or does the piece of paper really have to come in handy? Cause I guess we're writing the entire alphabet. But if I have to keep, I guess I can erase. It ain't that bad. I gotta stop complaining. W, X, Y, Z. So what do we know? B is O, D is G, W is I, Q is N. Cause I'd assume if it ends with a G, it ends with ing. P is E, R is S, and Z is D. Okay. So we don't have T, don't have H, don't have S. I wanna say X is M. Yeah. Sometime. H does have to be A. At my, so L is Y. At my DIS. Don't know N. A. Disposal, I suppose. Which means K is L. And don't have U. Don't have T. E. E N. In. Low. In Milan. London? London, I guess. I had S is a V. Visited. I had visited. G is T. Why did I not write that? I had visited the. It is. I'm gonna assume that's museum. So, which means M is a U. Museum. British, I guess? Which would make... Yeah. Having had some time at my disposal, disposal, when in London, U is a W. Having some time at my disposal when in London, I had visited the British Museum. And made search, I guess. That is that a word? And made search HXAM among the... Why did my volume just get controlled? Spooky. This is so slow. There's gonna be um some editing involved most likely. We'll see. Books? Book nooks? Wait, no. Books. Why did I just write an N? K. Books and... I'm losing it. May. Books and maps. In the... In the library. The library... Reg... Regarding... And this word's bold, because I guess this is what I'm working towards. So... Having had some time at my disposal when in London, I had visited the British Museum and made search among the books and maps in the library regarding... And then here we go. Trans... Transylvania? Bam! Only took a really long time for one. And then this one... I mean, this one just wants to make my life a little more annoying. No, it doesn't. I was gonna say... But no. Because why is there a 29? Oh, this is their... This seems to be their... How much they appear. I'm gonna assume ZMX is THE. Because there's a lot of X's. a lot of H's, and a lot of M's. So, which makes me believe V is A. So I'll erase my old cipher, I guess. It served me well. You know, I think in my lingo notepad, because I think I have multiple for some reason, I have like the letters written out, but whatever. So, ZMX is T, H, E, and then V is probably A, because V is also pretty common. And my pencil's gone. And that'd be that. And since V is A, C has to be I, because there's no other one-letter word. And then UVL, I don't know. I don't think. V is what letter? A? At? Excuse me. H, A. S could be D. Also, I'm thinking RP could be of or on because it's a two-letter word and okay, K might be N. It's also pretty common. I'm just making assumptions at this point. And since that is IN, it pretty much has to be, oh, it could be an R. P could be an F or an R. And I'm gonna lean towards R. Maybe. In the I. Okay, WXNVK. W? I don't know W. But I do know H. No, I know nothing. H something. Something H something. AN. Excuse me? ZG. G has to be like an O, right? And it would make sense for this, for the start to be O. Which leads to the question, what is R then? Okay, ZG. Z is T. G has to be an O. And this is un of some kind. Boon? What would make sense for to start a whole sentence? Moon. I don't know. What else can I do with a G? This is on the yeah, this is O. GH is O? Soon. L is S. because that's a double at the end. So, soon ant. Oh, after. H is F. H is F. Which I guess that means... When I wrote ZMX, I put an H under H instead of an H under M. And that might have thrown off everything, actually. But H is O, which makes sense. So, soon after... Right. RP? Don't know either of those. Oh, but J is R. It? And that could be arrived. A-R-R-I-V-E-D. I want to say that is the case. Soon after it. So RP is IT. Soon after it, arrived at the, or in the H-O V E the what? H O V E the hoved. I've done something wrong. Arrived in the Okay, I'm gonna assume it's my arrival. I'm gonna assume these are all connected. Oh, there's only 4 in here. Soon after my arrival. So RP is instead MY. Because now I can spell... Yeah, because V appears multiple times. What am I doing? Oh, I think I accidentally hit the buttons. My headphone. Anyways. All this to say... G... A... I don't know W. I don't know W. But I do know these, right? W something? I don't know E. N, I mean. W only appears 4 times. But here... V... A... something... D... E. Is W an I? Because then it would make sense. Maybe. Okay, let's just assume W is I. D, A, I, This is not a word. This is not a word. R A T O R I'm gonna assume I did everything horribly wrong. No, yeah, because O isn't a D, it's an L. I was still using the wrong things I tried, but that's gonna be laboratory. There we go. Bit scuffed. And these are different symbols, but I guess it's functionally the same, just a bit more annoying. So dot's either an A or an I. But which one is it? Is there a three symbol combination that appears a lot? Because that's probably the. Okay, I'm thinking this, the backwards 4, hexagon I'm gonna assume that's the, which means this is A. So the second word of this is something T A. Right. I didn't expect this to be so paper intensive, but here we are. And the I was probably an E. So 4 backwards 4 dot stats. This is TA. Most likely. Making more assumptions, I'm gonna assume the 4 is an S, because AS makes sense, and that means the stats is probably R, so star, something star. And I need to look for, let's see what this word would be, because I know all of these, technically. TH, there, oh. Oh yeah, 3 dots can be an I. Is ever. There is ever a Evan. Ever, because this is also ever here, but it starts with an H. However, which means that's an O, means the cross, the double plus is an O, and that means all I need is the signal and the backwards L. Backwards L is here after an I. It's not a T. Could be an N. We're just gonna try Lone Star. Bam! Didn't even have to finish or go through that whole thing. I am kind of curious what these say, but not that curious. And here we go. This is evil. I'd imagine some letters acting as a space. And that letter is probably J, cause... Or maybe not. This is a very long word to exist. But look, the final word is after a J, so... Seeming like J is a space. A wouldn't stay A, which means it's probably an I. Well, seems like we're back on this. See, like these, I can like work through, kind of. But when something's too open-ended, what am I meant to do? Think outside the box? You want me to think outside the box? Not likely. Okay, anyways, so J is a space, A is probably I, which means K can be an N, a T, and if it's a T, then we'll see it in the. So looking for a J. I'm seeing Z and E a lot too. Oh wait, K is a double letter here. Actually, there's no J's here, and I don't think this is one word. So I don't know if the cutoff means it's a new word, because there's a J at the start of here for KE. This is really hard to parse. And actually, there's two J's here. There's back-to-back J's, which makes me think it's not a space. In which case, what? We'll hint it up. E equals H. Which means H is probably, or K is probably H for the ZKE. Wait, thinking about it, that's not how words work. Right. So I won't be writing that down. What is happening? Who's doing this to my audio? Turn it back up right now. Okay, I've been at this for an hour. Jeez. If E is an H, am I wrong about the J being a space? What's a 10-letter word that starts with H? There was an attempt. I really wanted to think J was space, but these two J's right here, they've thrown a wrench in my plans. And also just the really long words elsewhere. So I think we leave it. We move on to the next thing, which is oh no. A keyword is selected. First letter is rotated 11. Right. I don't think I'll be getting this one done. Oh, this is nice. The veneer square. Flash. So I'm gonna assume the key is flash. You know, you know, I can do this one, I just don't want to. Okay, we'll do the first 5 letters, I guess. This is actually impossible to read, unfortunately. Say FFW? And now my volume's turning up? Hello? Who's doing this to me? I'm going through it right now. Oh, that's so loud, isn't it? You can hear me changing my volume. Cause Z plus F is just F. It's looking like... Oh, it's L plus... Yeah, T plus L is also looking like F. V plus A is just W. G plus S Z. Wait, I don't... FF... FFWZ? Hello? And then K... Or no, L... L plus H... is T. FFWZT, of course. This one doesn't seem to be making words yet, and it's not bolded anything. I'm curious what the hint says for this. T... Am I doing it wrong? Do I need to be going the other way around? It's like Z minus T. First letter is T with Z and F. F plus Z is F, and Z plus F is F. But you want me to get T? Like, am I supposed to be like rewinding? F, we go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 to Z. I guess. I love doing things wrong. T. So how long until... When's the next door open? 17. 19. Is this how many I need to have done? Right now we're at 7. Oh, we don't talk about this one. Oh, we do not talk about this one. How did I... TH. Oh, right, I tried. This one said look another direction. This one says S I A. Okay. I mean, plenty of hints to go around. Starts with chess. Okay, don't tell me I got it wrong. I know I didn't. Chess? I see queen, king. I actually just see those two. And then this one, the advanced one, begins with T. Right. Anyways, back to what I was counting. We're at 9. We're at 12. Yeah, we're not making it to the next door. But T minus L. Is there a way to reverse this? T minus... Actually, I'm not even gonna use this. T minus L is 20 minus 12, 11, 8. Okay. Yeah. I'm gonna assume the next one's E for... Never mind. V minus A is U. That's what I get. That's what I get for trying. And then... S minus G is L. Once again, not looking like a word, actually. V minus A, G minus S. Oh, it's G minus S. So G, 7 minus 19. Which is 1, 2... 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19. N? Is it an N or an L? Thunder... I don't know. L minus H is 12 minus 8, 4. I do want to say it's thunder then. K minus F. Yeah, that's probably thunder. B minus A. Thunder. Thunder and lightning. Okay, there we go. Are you open? No. Um, and then this one I need to find the key, which I did not really understand what it said when it was telling me how. Determine the keyword's length. Repeated sequences of letters in the cipher text. Repetition means same plaintext letters, same key letters. So all these L's and J's. I'm thinking this one's 3 letters long. Let's see what this says. Quint. Well, it's gonna tell me key length or what the key is. Are you writing each monocipher? I'm good. But L is at the end every time of those, so I want to say it's E. And V is always right before it. Pretty much. The... Right. Well... You know what? I think I'm too lazy. Is that telling me the key? No, it's telling me the flu for. Oh, challenge puzzles, perfect. Research outside of the game? This looks like the periodic table. Which means U is H. But isn't that helium? I mean, I'll type periodic table. No. These are colors. I think. I'm pretty sure these are colors. Vim, JSON, Goldbug. This one's just... never mind. E, GG, A. There's too many notes. 32. Oh my goodness. Longitudes? DNA? The Declaration of Independence, you... Yo, the Zodiac. You know, this is what all of these are looking like. Okay, so I barely did any here, right? Yeah, how did I do so bad at transposition? T-E-S-H-E-N-H. There's just... What do you want from me? I do not know. And this one said go the other way. I'm not even a third of the way. I haven't even solved a third of the puzzles. We're reaching new levels of fail. Of not passing. And you know what? Maybe that's okay. And maybe that's okay. You know? And maybe that's okay. Did I ever use a hint on this last one, though? I did, and it was stupid. Right. I haven't used binary anywhere else. I mean, how are you gonna have puzzles like this and then... Like, I liked these. I ended up not solving very many of them, but I liked these. But I guess this is supposed to be an informational game or something. But... I do want to make it into this door, but that involves solving more puzzles, which I very clearly cannot do. This one said E equals H. Oh yeah, I just kind of left. Because the J's were confusing me. You know, I think here is a good place to stop as any, considering I don't know what I'm doing. And there's only so much I can walk around and stare at these things. Yeah, and like, I want to see what this one has to say. Tactile. Right. They don't look very tactile to me. Oh wait, they do. There's layers to this. And either way, I can't read it. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed. This was interesting. I'll give it it's neat. This stuff's cool. I learned a bit. And what are video games for if not learning? But unfortunately, I'm too stupid. And dare I say too lazy to I'm not saying that as in if I tried hard enough I'd be able to solve these, but yeah, unfortunately, think I'm gonna cut it here. I'm sure there's guides or like guides with like more hints, and so I might come back to this game, maybe. Yeah, 'cause time-consuming task, patience, what is that? Focus, what is that? But yeah, hope you enjoyed. Um, I do like puzzle games, in theory. I'm realizing I might not like puzzle games in practice, but yeah, that is gonna be all for this one. So I guess see you in the next one, I suppose. Hope. I don't know. I'm sure you were screaming at me for some of these, 'cause yikes. But yeah, that is it. Bye bye.